Nothing hard lasts forever. There's only three things that can happen. You either quit, it gets easier, or you get better. So no matter what, it always ends. You only lose when you quit before you see it all the way through. And I think that's incredibly encouraging. So no matter how hard whatever it is that you're doing is, which by the way just means that your expectation doesn't match reality, but no matter how hard it is, you either quit, it gets easier because something changes externally, or you get harder, something changes internally. But no matter what, it will end. Think about it like you're mining for gold, right? You're chiseling away underground and you've got this pile of gold. You don't know how far away it is, but it's underground and you're digging towards it. This difficulty of swinging the pickaxe can end when one, you walk out of the mine and say, you know what? Marketing doesn't work. Sure. The second is that all of a sudden you hit a soft patch and then you're like, oh my God, I'm digging so much faster now. This is great. And then you get to the gold. Or you just start swinging the axe harder because you get more muscled, you get more efficient with your movements, and you just keep chiseling away, even if it goes from dirt to rock. You just keep chiseling away at a slower pace, but you eventually break through and get there. But in all three of those scenarios, hard doesn't last forever. And so I'll give you a little rule of thumb that I've seen on how do I do more of what's working, right? How do I keep going? When it's easy, do more. When it's hard, do different. And so I told this story years ago, and I'll tell you guys again. So when Gym Launch just barely started to work, all right? So I'm like 3 months into Gym Launch working. Guess what brilliant Alex thought he should do? So I went to this meetup of 10 entrepreneurs. All the entrepreneurs were 8-figure entrepreneurs, so 10 million plus per year. I was not making that. We were pacing probably $300,000 or $400,000 a month at the time. It was just me, Layla, and I think we had an assistant over kitchen sink, right? So I was making the most money I'd ever made in my life, and probably to this day, because it was the most material change in my life by percentage. When you go from no money to hundreds of thousands a month within 90 days, me looking at bankruptcy attorneys 6 months earlier to that, I can't explain how crazy reality shifted. But I had this guy who came up to me after I gave my little presentation of like, hey, this is what's working. And so of course what I want to do now is start a supplement company. He came up to me and he said, if what you're saying is true, if the economics of the business that you've outlined really do work as well as you say they do, when it gets easy is when you go hard. It's when you double down on what's working. And he said that to me, and I remember he said, because what's going to happen is that if it really works this well, someone bigger and badder is going to take all your stuff and immediately try and do it with their distribution, their audience, and their leverage.